Welcome, welcome, welcome! You're here with Kuma! And we're here with Hiveswap Friendsim. Thank you very much, Jet, for getting us this game. Much appreciated. From what I hear, this is the visual novel before Friendsim Act 2. Sorry, Hiveswap Act 2, which sits in the Homestuck universe. See? Now I'm getting it. Alright, let's get started. It took me a little while to understand what Homestuck actually was before someone explained that it was the actual world itself. So, you know, now I'm getting it. Now I'm getting it. It took a little while. It took me a little while to understand that it was Hiveswap and not Hive Swamp. And for a second I thought this thing was gonna eat him. But then I saw that it was a spaceship. So now we're talking. Alright, options, let's make it full screen. Yes. Beautiful. Full screen. Working for everyone. Nice. Roll back slide, disable, skip unseen text. After choices. No. There we go. The sound is nice. We have no loads. Do we have subtitles? Befriendments. Ooh, I don't even know that. Oh, okay. So these are the people we've met? Don't know. Cool. Start. Is this the sequel to something? Hiveswap Act 1. I think. Is it a sequel or is it something that happens on the side? Volume 1 of Bloodthirst and Bratwurst. They're rhyming. You have just crash landed on a planet called Alternia and staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship. You are now completely alone in a strange world. On Valentine's Day. Desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. But most of all, you are desperate for friendship. Won't someone on this godforsaken rock be your buddy? Any weirdo will do. You're not that picky. Hang on. What's this now? Is someone approaching? Oh! I pick who's approaching. Okay. Okay. Valentine's Day, but she's got horns. And we've got horns with a hot dog. Give me horns with a hot dog. Yes, someone is approaching. A strange, grey-skinned alien with a cozy-looking vest. Perhaps they will make for a good friend. Alright, what sort of voice do we want to give this guy? It's a sausage in German? I don't have a German voice, though. Oh, the sound's a little loud. There we go. Let's put it there. Let's put it there. Can we do a German voice? I don't have a German voice. I have a Russian voice, but I don't have the German voice. I don't have a the German voice. A hush voice. How does one do a hush voice? I can't do Himiko. Yeah, it wouldn't suit. It wouldn't suit. A kiddish voice. You want me to just give him a Himiko voice? Just voice him like those guys in Dragon Ball Z in Hell? You mean the guys goes, yeah, we like that. Yes! Yes! Yeah, I like that. Very good. Very good. Thank you. You are a genius. Okay, now we have the German voice. Oh my fucking god. Yeah. Damien says what's up. Oof. Hang on, sorry. I didn't get a good look at your face before I started talking. I guess you're really weird looking. Kind of uncomfortable about this. Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in need of some medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Yeah, hungry, huh? I see what your game is. You aren't sure what he's talking about. Then your eyes drift towards the obvious target, that exquisite hot dog he's holding. It looks really, really good. Your mouth starts watering noticeably. Yeah, oh no. I knew it. You're just like all the rest. Your agenda is to have me relinquish my delicacy. Well, forget it. I've been tricked out of 2 other oblong meat products this week already. I know you probably think I'm an easy mark due to my blood color, but I still have some dignity at least. You don't know anything about his blood color or why that would matter in this conversation about his hot dog. You're hungry, sure, but you didn't mean to cast a threatening gaze at his meal. All you really want to do is make a new buddy, so you don't feel quite so alone in this strange new world. Yeah, I see. You just want a friend and not my sweet meal. Sorry, I get a little paranoid when I walk around with such delicacies in public. You can't be too careful. Folks tend to get that greedy look in their eyes around my warm sausage. Oh boy. Oh boy, now we have a German voice. Yeah, this is gonna start a shitstorm at some point. Those are odd ways to express the things he's saying, you think? But it would be rude to point that out. Probably best to change the subject. Get this blossoming friendship moving in the right direction. Ask if he lives nearby. Yeah, cause like, ask if you can have a bite of his hot dog. It looks amazing. So how would this go? Oh, can I have a bite of your sweet succulent sausage? Oh god. Ask if he lives nearby. Let's not. Do you live nearby? Yeah. Or I used to, I mean. My place was bombed by drones a while ago. I can make an American joke, but I'm not going to. Now I don't have a hive, but I'm making it work out here. Foraging for tasty things when I can. I've gotten pretty good at it, yeah. Talking people into giving me meat products, I mean. You quickly feel a sense of pity for your new friend. You thought you had it rough, crash landing here, hungry and friendless. And come to think of it, it feels like your arm is broken. Your ribs too, maybe. But enough self-pity. This is about making a new great friend. You ask your friend if there's anything you can do to improve his life. Yeah, oh wait. Are we friends now? Like, is that official? Man, I don't know. Why don't we slow it down a bit, see how things go? Not saying it's out of the question, I just think I should take some time to see if you're actually friendship material. Someone I trust, you know, not just consider another looky-loo gunner for my delicacy. That can't just be an accident. That can't just be an accident. Yeah, I should really see if you are genuine and you actually like me for me and not my big, sweet, succulent, meaty sausage. Like, you can't tell me that's accidental. No, what chance in hell? Oh, damn. You got over your skies again. Of course he's right. This is totally unreasonable. You feel sure you can do what it takes to win him over. You make a mental note to avoid looking or mentioning his hot dog, since it seems to be such a sensitive subject. You do everything in your power to avert your gaze from the hot dog. You are aggressively not looking at it. In fact, you don't think hot dog thoughts. Don't think hot dog thoughts. It's working. You aren't thinking about hot dogs at all. It's like he isn't even holding one, and no one ever even brought up the fact that hot dogs exist. He seems to notice, on some primal level, your current non-hot dog mindset. He smiles. You pay closer attention to the boy's face. It's a nice smile he has. Actually, very kind. Disarming. A few freckles here and here, a mop of messy hair draping over his eyes. What a nice friend this would be to have, you think. He's kind of adorable, really, if you disregard the pricky attitude about his hot dog. Okay, wait a minute. You don't want to start thinking thoughts about that too friendly. You should dial this down a little. Stick to the basics. You just want a cool new friend. Nothing more. You should try to spark up some non-meat related conversation soon, before things get awkward. You wonder about his house. It got bombed? Yeah, you know, it got bombed by one of those American drones. Routine drone passed through my hood. A little bombing, a little culling. That's how it goes around here, yeah. I was a lucky one. My lassus, not so much. He's a goner. You don't know what a lassus is? I think it's that big white dog looking thing that you ride to victory. But you could deduce it was something important to him, who probably died in the bombing. Rather than overwhelm him with annoying questions about his culture, you decide the right play is to show some sympathy. Yeah, thanks. I miss him too. Sometimes, I think. I enjoy savory bun delights as a way of covering up the pain. They're so good though, it's hard to stop. Also, I favored the juicy meats before he died anyway. It's something we did together. How did we start talking about my hot dog once more? Let's drop it, please dude, don't bring it up again. You didn't bring it up, but you don't want to correct him, the boy's clearly grieving. You see two faint red tears roll down his cheeks. From behind the messy bangs, your heart can't take it. You have to console this homeless boy somehow. Then he'll definitely be your friend. But what to do? Give him a friendly pat on the back. Give him a reassuring hug. I'm worried, if we give him a reassuring hug, he's gonna be like, yeah, you're just doing this to go for my hot dog. Piss off. And if we give him a friendly pat on the back, he might be like, yeah, you're just putting your back to distract me from going for my sausage. It like this is unreasonably rigged against me. Give him a friendly pat on the back. You keep it simple and pat him on the back a couple of times. Everything's going to be okay. Since you're his new friend, or at least working towards earning that status, he has a new ally to help him with whatever comes his way. He wipes his tears and appears to get himself back together. Your friendly gesture works. Yeah, you're right, I shouldn't let the past get me down. In a way, I'm free. I'm off the grid, they probably think I've died. No need to worry about knocks on my door because I don't have a door anymore. Maybe I can live off the land for the rest of my life. Scouring for sumptuous indulgences wherever I may find them. By rummaging through a full drums or smooth talking the right mark. Sounds like the life, honestly. I'll miss my lasses, but I think he would be proud of me. If I can make it without him, if I can survive on my own, I know he would be proud. Maybe I don't even need the planet. Wait a second, maybe I don't even need to leave the planet. Maybe I can avoid taking the ordeals altogether. Can't test who you can't find. If I play my cards right, I can probably live to ripe old age on this planet without getting caught. Like hiding in alleys and sewers, scraping together just enough succulent proteins to keep myself going. Honestly, I don't even need to get by that long, since I have a much shorter lifespan than most trolls. So I think I might just be able to make this work. You look confused at the last remark, but again, you don't want to be impolite. He holds up his hand as if to tell you not to bother. I can tell you're not from here, it's okay. Rustbloods don't live a long time. Blood classes higher than me live progressively longer the higher you go up. Sea dwellers live basically forever. It's kind of crazy and seems unfair, but that's how it is. I'd be jealous of them, but I think I'm not. I'm almost grateful I don't have a very long to make it in this world. I don't know what I'd do if I had longer. I'm happy to settle into a nice short ride, keep a low profile, taking some good meat along the way. Nothing wrong with that life if you ask me. You understand, it seems like a tragic story, but if your friend has made peace with his destiny, you might as well too. You offer a sympathetic shrug and continue your impressive streak of consecutive seconds not looking at his hot dog at all. He smiles again. He seems to be relaxing, gripping the dog a little less tightly. That's good. You know, you're good at listening. Not many people understand me at all. A lot of people find my overly possessive attitude towards meaty delights to be strange and off-putting. I've heard this more than once and lost some friends that way. There are some past personal dramas I do not want to talk about, let me tell you. But you're different. Maybe you put me at ease because it's obvious you're even lower than me. No offense, but you are. Jones would vaporize a hornless goof like you, no questions asked. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to scare you. You laugh it off. You're not scared, you say. You've survived worse. You pat your broken ribs and whine. You clutch your sore ribs with your broken arm and wince even harder because of that. Oh man, looks like that arm hurts, huh? Guess it's broken. Let's see what we can do about that. Here, hold this a second. He hands you his hot dog without hesitation. Oh wow, he wants you to hold it. This is such a remarkable gesture of trust, you're overwhelmed. You gingerly take the hot dog with your good arm, being very careful. You hold the hot dog from beneath with your fingertips, as if it's a priceless, delicate treasure. He takes off his vest and puts it on the ground. Then he takes off his shirt. You avert your eyes for a moment, then realize that's silly. Nothing particularly indecent about this, you suppose. If he's comfortable, so are you. Then he puts his vest back on, takes the hot dog back from you, and hands you the shirt. Here, I make a sling out of it. That should help. He's right, it does help. Your broken arm is a lot more comfortable and secure. This shirt smells like meat. You can't tell if you think that's a bonus or if it's weird. You decide it's a bonus. This is your new friend. He loves meat and so do you. It's your greatest common interest, in fact. Yeah, nice. You know, I think we make a pretty good team. I don't know if I'm ready to officially call you my friend yet. But I may be getting close. You're pushing all the right buttons, man. Just being someone who listens and understands. You have no idea how much that means to me. The weird part is I've actually got German sausages in my fridge, and I'm having a crisis of whether or not I want to eat them. You're so happy to hear this. It makes your heart sing. Well, if you're keeping it totally real, some of these things he's saying are just a little strange. Like maybe this boy wasn't really socialized properly. By his lasses, you guess? You think that might be his dad. But again, you don't dare ask. Not when the positive feelings are flowing like this. Why kill the mood? There's no chance in hell this is not an innuendo. There's no chance. Like, come on. Come on. No chance. He gets a little closer and swoops a hand through his thick black bangs. For the briefest moment, you catch a glimpse of one of his eyes, regarding you fondly. Your heart beats a little faster. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You're starting to wonder if he's interested in... Wait. Come again? He puts a hand on your shoulder. You're starting to wonder if all he's interested in is friendship. Here we go. You hope that's all he wants. You don't think you're ready for anything more than that. You're desperate for friendship, or really companionship of any sort. But that's moving pretty fast for you. but you're too nervous to make your feelings clear on all this. If he goes any further, you're not sure if you'll have the will to protest? Listen, dude. This gorgeous meat product we both admire. I'm thinking, maybe we should share it. I think that sounds good, actually. Oh my, yes, that sounds wonderful. You're so hungry. And you're beside yourself with gratitude that Diamond is willing to share with you something so precious to him. It really means a lot. Did he ever give us his name? Here, I have an idea. He brings his face close to yours. He holds the hot dog up between your faces with both ends of the dog pointing to his mouth and yours. You're not sure what he asks you to do. You can't find the breath to ask. It seems like he wants to eat the hot dog with him, Lady and the Tramp style. Oh my god, you see this all the time on those Japanese TV shows where they get two like random celebrities to do that. And it's so obvious. Oh my god, and this is with a sausage! Oh my god, the visualization in my brain. Yes, if pressed on it, you'd agree the act is uncomfortably erotic. But you have to admit it is a good way to share a food item, whilst ensuring it gets split about evenly. Oh my god, I was not expecting this. And you absolutely loathe the idea of letting a friend down. It's completely at odds with your values as a person. Oh yeah, sure, it's because you don't want to let your friend out. Oh my god. You chomp down your end of the hot dog, as he does with his, and simultaneously. Holy shit, that is good. Alright, it didn't go further than it needed to. Cool. Oh god, there's more bites. You take another bite, and he times his bite perfectly. He's eerily good at this game. It's throwing off your chewing a bit, which makes you cough a little when you swallow. But you don't feel like you can pause without breaking eating rhythm with him. Might be what a bad friend would do. I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable. You keep going, without really quite swallowing as you go. Oh god, come on. You get closer to his face, which is creating an imminent situation you aren't sure how you're going to handle. You haven't planned for it, and it's coming up fast. How about you stop eating the sausage? How about you just, you know, you relinquish the rest of the sausage? Of course you go for more. The hot dog backlog collecting in your throat is getting a bit too heavy, so you try to swallow, but you can't. You gag. You cough up all the chewed hot dog matter explosively into his face. He recoils, absolutely stunned. His bangs are blown back, and he's staring at you with wide eyes. Hot dog and bun bits are all over his face. He says nothing for a moment, then puts his hand to his throat. Oh fuck, he's choking. He points at his mouth desperately. But you need to do something. The Heimlich, of course. That's what you need to do. You need to save your friend's life. You get behind him, and put your good arm around his belly, and form a fist. You plunge the fist in under his ribs, trying to dislodge his masticated delicacy. It's no use, you can't get any leverage. You need your other arm. It really hurts though, you'll have to make the sacrifice for your friend. Yes, a friend who may have just tried to trick you into kissing him with a silly hot dog stunt. You're not sure how you'll navigate that tricky subject once he's breathing again, but you'll deal with that later. Right now, you have to save his life. You pull your broken arm out of its sling and grab your other fist in front of his belly and squeeze. You try and try and try. His face is turning. Well, not blue, deep red? You guess cause his blood is rust colored. Sure, that makes sense. You yank one more time, your broken arm throbbing in pain. A huge gob of chewed hot dog launches out of his mouth like a cannonball. and the expulsion creates enough force in the other direction, it causes you to actually lift up into the air and accidentally suplex him into the mud behind you. Accidentally okay. You in turn go tumbling over him, and the two of you are soon locked into inseparable pinwheel of interspecies. Downhill mayhem. You roll and roll down the grassy incline towards a nearby neighborhood, towards the street. Luckily, you stop just short of the street, but Diamond's neck lands right on the sharp edge of the curb, and after flipping in the air once or twice, you come down right on his face with your big ass. You hear a crack. Diamond, you slap his cheek a little. No response. He's not breathing. You check his mouth. Throat is clear of hot dog debris. Oh god. This can't be happening. You look around panicked. This isn't what you need right now. All you wanted was a friend. You can't be held responsible for alien murder. A body has been discovered. You have to hide the body. You see a couple of kids creeping out of nearby houses to see what all the commotion is. There's no time. You've got to find a bush or something. There. Over there. Looks like a little alien bushy thing. It's pretty small, but I'll have to do. You drag the vested shirtless carcass over to the bush. You dump the body in the bush and it's really not convincing. It looks like a dead kid was unceremoniously dropped on top of a small bush in a poor attempt to conceal murder. You've got to come up with a better. Wait a minute, someone is standing behind you. Adata. Hello. Oh god. What voice do we give her? What voice do we give her? And we just killed our first German voice. How Slav. What a good start to friendship. Death. Do we give her a Himiko voice or what do we do? Natsuki? Isn't Natsuki the Russian loli? Hello, stranger. Or do we go, yeah, hello, stranger? Which one do we go? Do we go Russian Natsuki or do we go Himiko? Come on, guys. Russian Natsuki or Himiko? We need a voice. Russian Natsuki. Alright. Alright. Give me a little bit of water. Oh god. Hello, stranger. Don't worry about this little mess you've made. I'll take care of it for you. You killed him. We are terrible human beings. What, is that it? Can your throat handle both Russian and German? Oh god. So I don't have friends? I killed him. The bad ending. Remind me not to make... There's a bad ending? Wow, there's a bad ending. There are 2 more endings. I guess that's based on what you pick. Alright, you land from the wreckage. You're alone on Valentine's Day. You need friendship. Diamond Zikali. Ja, he's the German one. The German guy comes up, says what up, oof, something about his German sausage. Yes, he knows I'm after his sausage, something, something, something. Alright. Ask if you can have a bite of his hot dog. It looks amazing. Let's do it. Forget it. I'm leaving forever. Bye. Disrespect. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, that's the second ending, guys. At least he's alive. Well, he's safe without us. Oh my god. Yeah, he's talking about the sausage. Let's not ask to bite the sausage because that will end in death. Wait, why am I speaking in the German voice? My god, if there's any Germans in the chat, they're going to be pissed off with me. Alright, here we go. Give him a reassuring hug. You open your arms and approach him with your posture of great compassion. You furrow your brow upwardly a bit, as if to say, I know how hard it is. You advance, and he leans backward a little, as if caught off guard by your sympathy. Maybe you're coming on too strong, but you know there's no turning back now. You don't just throw the brakes on an immediate heartfelt hug like this. You embrace him awkwardly. As it goes well for a moment, you realize your arm is broken, and it seizes up reflexingly in pain. It jostles the hot dog in his hand, and he bobbles it. You both gasp. You try to detach from the hug so you can catch the dog, but it's already on its way to the ground. In your attempt to save it, you stagger backwards and slip. The hot dog smushed under your big, dumb ass the moment it makes contact with the ground. Diamond lets out a shriek. No, my German sausage! Oh, dude, my dog! You scramble to get up in time, hoping you're not as owned as it looks, but your feet keep slipping, and your butt keeps grinding the hot dog into mud. When the carnage finally subsides, you roll over and check it out. It's completely unsalvageable. Just a gross, meaty mud mash. Like the hot dog never even existed. Diamond howls in agony and slumps backward towards a tree. Oh no, you fucked this up so bad. That's it, man. I've lost everything. Not sure what the point is of even living anymore. You are absolutely mortified by your clumsiness and foolishness. You have a feeling you'll be thinking about this moment for years to come. During those insecure moments where your mind seems to be looking for any excuse to make yourself cringe with self-doubt and shame. Still, you can't help but feel this guy is being a little unreasonable. It's just one hot dog. There are probably plenty more of those to come by, for those who know where to look in this strange world. He himself said he makes a habit of enjoying these, so they can't be all that uncommon. Maybe he just has an unusual psychological disorder surrounding a fixation on this particular food item. Yes, that could be it. Poor guy. This just means he needs your support as a friend all the more. You won't give up on your friends. Or, for that matter, people who you're trying desperately to become friends with. That just isn't who you are as a person. So basically, we are very, very clingy and borderline stalkerish because, you know, he's not even our friend, but we refuse to give up on him. Interesting. You have an idea. You're surrounded by him with a sense of optimism and salesmanship. The past is behind you. There is no need to wallow in self-incrimination and guilt over the hot dog incident. Diamond perks up a little. You want to help me get another hot dog? Absolutely. It could be a fun adventure, you say. Something to bond over, to bring two new buddies closer together. Okay, you don't say that out loud, but you really hope it's true. Yeah, I don't know. Could be a long shot. Sometimes it can be days before I am united with another plum treat. Glistening with perspiration. Steaming, relaxing comfortably in the soft melt in your mouth. Love. Damn. Now I really want a hot dog. Guess I don't have much choice but to take you up on your offer. I do. What do you have in mind? So the way to survival is to fuck things up. Gotcha. It's a good question. You haven't made a plan yet, and frankly, you don't even know where to begin. But he's interested in spending more time with you, which is the most important thing. You'll figure something out. You decide a display of confidence is called for. Here, a real show of leadership to improve morale. You smile, hold your head up high, and tell him to follow you. You know exactly what to do. Well, not really, but you give no indication of that at all. He's definitely intrigued. You've got him hooked. You think. He's probably wondering if he hit pay dirt, finding a new friend with the hot dog hookup. Of course, you don't have the slightest idea where to find a hot dog, but you've got to admit, you're enjoying the feeling of being important and valued by a potential friend. You don't want to do anything underhanded, yet you can't help but feel you should probably milk this social gambit for all it's worth. This way, you say, as you begin marching confidently in a random direction. He obediently follows and begins rubbing his tummy. You begin to feel nervous almost immediately. You have absolutely no idea how this is going to play out, or if it stands any chance of resulting in a hot dog at the end of the journey. Oh well, you'll figure something out along the way. You lead him through the streets and winding through the yard of strange-looking houses, and he follows. He takes care to make sure you both are not seen, which could get you both into trouble, apparently. The improvised circuitous route appears to provoke his suspicion. Dude, are you sure you know where a dog is? It seems like maybe you're lost. Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely sure you know where to find one, you say. You're just throwing anyone off the trail who might have been following you. He nods solemnly, as if that makes perfect sense. Phew. But you can't keep him guessing like this forever. You've got to do something. Take some bold action to keep his interest in the Wiener quest. You say, this way, down here. This is a shortcut to the hot dog supply you're privy to. It's the Motherlode. In the sewer? Yes, totally. It's just a short trek through the sewer. Shouldn't be more than another hour, or several of sewer trudging, that is, if he still has the will to do what it takes to get his hands on more juicy hot dogs. Oh yeah, hell yeah I do. You know it. After you, man. I can't believe this is the timeline where he doesn't die. An hour later, you're so deep in the sewer you've lost all bearings and sense of direction. You could be anywhere by now. You've taken so many crazy turns. Still, you don't let up for a second that you're lost. You've made each turn with decisive conviction. He's still following you, but now he's having trouble keeping up. He's out of breath and struggling with the foul smell. Can't say you're enjoying it much either. But you can't let on the fact that you're doing now is anything other than the most casual routine for you. Like you do this every day, just a quick jaunt through the sewer to hit up this vast, mythical trove of meat products. Okay, when you put it that way, maybe this all sounds a bit insane. Still, you're in too deep to second guess yourself now. Hey, I gotta stop and rest. I can't lie, I'm starving for a heavenly Frankfurt. But this might be too much for me. I don't think I'm cut out for this. You pause and look back. He's sitting down now, slumping against a filthy sewer wall. You're intensely relieved to see you may have just won this impromptu game of sewer hot dog chicken. But more bonding moment with your would-be friend. You sit next to him, and with your bro, importantly than that, this looks like an ideal time to show some sympathy, and have put a hand on his knee in a platonic but deeply understanding way. Your arm hurts when you do this, but it's worth it. Every little gesture counts when making a new friend. I kinda suck. My lassus is gone, I don't have any skills, and most people think I'm weird for liking hot dogs so much. I'm probably just going to get culled. I'm not good at anything on adventures or doing anything hard. All I'm good at is finding my easy meal here and there, however I can get it. I like talking people out of their fine sausages using tricks or other plays which end up losing me friends. It's been unthinkable that anyone would actually do anything nice for me or would want me to have that sweet, sweet meat I desire. At least it was unthinkable until now. Your heart begins to race. Could it be? Is this shitty improvised Shua escapade actually working? You can't believe it. Guys, don't do this on a potential date on Valentine's Day. Don't take him or her to a sewer. Like, don't. Don't. That's bad. Nobody's ever done so much or worked so hard to try get my hands on another magnificent banger. Sorry for being emotional, but like, this is new for me. I don't know how to handle it. I'm just so grateful. I'd be thrilled to call you a friend, man. Whenever you are. You're overjoyed. Unbelievable. It's almost too good to be true. But now, it's such a sudden turn of good fortune, you hardly know what to do. Should you hug the guy? Taking notes. This is how one makes friends. Oh god. Last time that didn't go so well. But this time he's holding a hot dog for you to clumsily defile. Defile? Wait, but this time he's... Oh, sorry. Last time that didn't go so well, but this time he's not holding a hot dog for you to clumsily defile. So maybe this is your moment. Wait. What's that? A deep, rumbling sound begins to echo through the tunnels. Oh shit! They found us! It's a drone dude, I guess, on like, sewer duty. We got to run. He gets up, grabs your hand and sprints. He's a lot faster than he looks when motivated to get moving. He turns this way and that as the rumbling gets closer. But he slips on something and both of you tumble into a river of horrific sludge. Bro! I can't swim! Help! Your bad arm finds purchase on the ledge, and though it's very painful, you heroically salvage your friend from the muck with the other arm. He coughs and gasps for breath. You find a nearby ladder, shove him upward until he starts climbing on his own, and follow him. You burst through a lid on the floor, and you both flop out of the hole. Drenched in filth, smelling horrible, and completely exhausted. But at least you're safe, you think. Yeah, hey man. Just want you to know, even though we didn't find the glorious treasure you were leading us to, I'm happy with how it all turned out. Maybe I don't need hot dogs in my life as much as I thought. Maybe that's not the real treasure after all. It's been a journey for me, let me tell you. I'm learning so much about myself, about life, because of you. His bushy hair is slicked back from his eyes due to the sludge. He's giving up a penetrating, soulful gaze, or presumably pure friendship. Or is it even deeper than that? Wow, this is intense, huh? Then something catches your eye, just above him. Something dangling. Lots of dangling things, actually. Come to think of it, it's really cold in here. Freezing, in fact. You finally realize, holy shit, you're in a weird alien meat locker. You're absolutely surrounded by dangling meat products, including many sausages. Thousands of them! You begin to sob. Your sobbing soon turns to, why the fuck is he like that in front of me? Your sobbing soon turns to unrestrained wailing of raw catharsis. He joins you and the tears flow freely from you both. You embrace each other and let it all out. Suddenly it hits you, both of you. This is by far the happiest day of your life. Meet heaven. So this is me. Lol. You discovered the simple joy of savory bun delights. Take me to the clown. Wait, but how do I already have these? How do I already have these ones? I never played these ones. I'm a little confused. Oh, befriend everyone. That was more beautiful love than Twilight. Oh, it's a glitch? Okay. So, did the game save now? I'm hoping it did. Okay, so we have all the volumes. Okay, because this one's from like volume 9. Yeah, definitely a glitch. Epilogue of Hosts, excellent. So what did you guys think of that? Because I found it interesting that the girl in volume 1 would help you dispose of a body. You don't see that every day. That was weird as fuck. That was funny. That was weird. And that was funny in its own way. Weird funny would be a good way. Alright, well, let's do the other girl from volume 1. You fell asleep? Fair enough. You forgot how high maintenance trolls were? Man, I've forgotten how much work reading was. My throat is like... Oh. I haven't read this much in a long time. Need more water. I killed you with the German dubbing. And now we have a German voice. I never thought this day would happen. Ah, fun stuff. Need to drink more water. You have just landed on an alien planet called Alternia and staggered the smoldering wreckage of your ship. You are now completely alone in a strange world. Desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. Most of all, you are desperate for... friendship. Won't someone on this godforsaken rock be your buddy? Any weirdo will do. You're not that picky. Hang on. What's this now? Is someone approaching? Let's go for one ending. Or do... You know what? I'm actually really low on water. Can we take a quick 2 minute, grab snacks, grab water, and we'll continue with part 2 of Act 1 with Ardata Karmia. I think the Slav voice... Yeah. Coffee is bad for people working with their voice, but tastes great. It's horrible. Alright, let's take a quick 2 minute break just so I can get some more water. And then we'll do Ardata Karmia, who seems to be Slav as fuck, helping you dispose of a body. So horrible. Quick 2 minute, guys. Quick 2 minute. Alright, I'm back. Oh, you heard Cheeky? Yeah. She does that. I open the door and she's like, ruff, 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 ruff. I'm like, shut up, Cheeky. She falls asleep and then she wakes up and she's like, someone's attacking the house. I'm like, no one's attacking the house, Cheeky. It's just me. Alright, here we go. Ardata Karmia. Yes, someone is approaching. A strange, grey-skinned alien, clad in blue. Perhaps they will make for a good friend. Dear God! And just what are you supposed to be? Okay, that wasn't quite the introduction I was expecting, but let's go with it. Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler, who is hungry and probably in need of some medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Oh my. Oh, how funny this is. How very droll you want to be my friend. It's too much. This thing at my doorstep, wishing to know me in any capacity. The hilarity somehow escapes my ability to capture with maniacal laughter. How rare. Laughs in Kira. What? You apologize in something, and just what the fuck do you think you're doing? Who invited you to leave? You stop in your tracks obediently and turn to face her again. Your possibly broken ribs are throbbing in pain, but this does not strike you as the right moment to exhibit weakness. It dawns on me that you may have gotten off on the wrong summer pod. Wait, what? It dawns on me that we may have gotten off on the wrong souter pod. Where are my manners? Ghastly behavior on my part. After all, it is your fault you seem to be some sort of hideous freak, is it? And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for just a devastating shortfall of social competence. A girl with 3 eyes is calling me hideous. Carry on. I would weep for you, really, except that crying out of 3 eyes at once gets a bit messy. So instead, I think I'll be saving my tears for someone less offensively worthless. You aren't sure if she's inviting you inside, or if she just got you to stay a little longer, so she could insult you some more. You try to remain stoic, while your confrontational new friend decides what to do with you. Unfortunately, you sniffle slightly. Oh my, oh dear, you're sad? So amusing to me, mildly endearing even. Perhaps I'll decide later if it's endearing, once I have more information. It's entirely possible it will retrospectively decide it's disgusting. Okay, what the hell is up with these eyes? But for now, try to put yourself at ease. You completely pitiful fool. Not one more sniffle. Do you understand? You nod while practicing exemplary control over your nose. You have gotten yourself so agitated. I wonder why. You have nothing to worry about from me. Of course, I will be your friend. Conditionally. I mean, there is a chance that designation will be formalized if you behave in ways that I approve of starting now. Let's call it a friendship in progress. Agreed? Your heart swells. This is what you've been wanting for. A new friend. Oh, God. All you have to do now is try not to fuck anything up at all. Possibly for many hours. Oh, 3 eyes. Because she's got 3 eyes. Dragon Ball Z quotes. I love it. Come inside my hive. This way. After me. You look like you could use nourishment. I'm scared. A mean girl on the street tells me to come to her home. And if I behave according to what she likes, she'll be my friend. I'm scared. I don't know what it is that whatever you are eats, generally. But it doesn't matter. You will eat whatever it is I have on hand. If I tell you, how does that sound? How does it sound? How do we save? No. Yes. It sounds fine, I guess. Get the fuck out of my face and never come back. Rejection. She has a castle? What the fuck? I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Oh God. What am I getting myself into? It sounds good. I'll do whatever you want, ma'am. Obviously it sounds good. You will definitely enjoy it. You will enjoy everything I provide you with and tell you to do. I can't imagine any sort of negativity or disagreement coming from one of my friends. Does she even have any friends? I will assume that we will share this philosophy when it comes to friendship. You say, oh yes, absolutely. You nod as you enthusiastically can, without aggravating your broken ribs. You consider giving her a thumbs up as well until you realize one of your arms is probably broken. You'll try to make sure she doesn't notice though. It would probably leave a bad impression. Come with me. There's something I need your help with. Oh God, I'm gonna have to do what? What the hell is that? Oh God, it's got blood on it. Oh God, no. God, no. Fuck that shit. You follow her into her hive. It's a bit gloomy in here. You suppose she's going to fix you something to eat soon, as promised. You pass through her kitchen and out the other side to another room. Okay, you guess dinner can wait. This way, try not to let any of your broken limbs slow you down. A good friend wouldn't allow such trifling physical alignments cause me any inconvenience. Oh, so you guess she does know you're injured. Fair enough. You hobble a little faster through another door into a much darker room. And now down a flight of stairs. It's hard to see. There are torches along the wall ahead. A monstrous noise rumbles below. Don't mind her. She's just hungry. She's always hungry though. What's that? You're hungry too? I have not forgotten. What sort of piece of shit friend do you take me for? You didn't remind her that you're hungry. You thought it through. Can she read your mind? You hope not. That's going to make this friendship in progress a bit awkward. Here we are. This is where you'll be most useful to me as a friend. I see a bed with a potential cage and a camera. Oh God, I'm gonna be in one of those cuck films, aren't I? You look around with a sense of relief. You see no sign of whatever hungry thing was grumbling down here. You are less relieved to see several other kids trapped in cages of various shapes and sizes. Oh boy. One of them makes eye contact with you. The boy is the same kind of alien as her, horns and all. He has a dark red symbol on his shirt. His expression seems to plead with you. He struggles to say, "Help!" Your new friend looks unamused and twitches her finger. "Help," he says. "Help," but which I mean, hello, of course. Looks like you're the new friend in progress chosen by the great and beautiful Ardata. Oh god, he's playing along. Smart boy. She's my savior, my reason for being. I am nothing without her. I'd hollow myself out and let her make a nest inside of me if she'd permit it. You turn away from this boy. You don't want to hear anything he has to say ever again. Don't mind him, he's always regarding himself as a comedian. Come over here, this is what I need your help with, if you're going to have any value to me as a friend. You're led to the dark corner of this, well, you're gonna call it like you see it. This dungeon. Oh, fuck me. Oh boy. Oh boy. Your new friend has a dungeon full of sad, suffering children, and presumably a monster lurking somewhere in here as well. It's not ideal. Then again, social beggars like you can't be choosers. Okay. I have been having an awful time with it. You can do it for me. It will save me time. You look at the thing in question. You doubt she's been having an awful time with it. You doubt this because it's still in its box, looking completely untouched since it was brought down here. It's a box containing a table. A table that looks ominously like it was designed to keep a person strapped to its surface. Hot crazy scale? No. I will need you to assemble it. Here's a screwdriver in case you need it. I will assume other required tools are contained within the box. You take the screwdriver with your non-broken arm. This isn't exactly what you had in mind. You don't know what you had in mind, really. A warm meal and a friendly banter, perhaps a sling for your arm, and a remedial balm for your ribs. Still, you open the box without protest. Hold on, before you start, this will make for excellent content. My fans will appreciate this. Oh boy. She sets up a video recording device on a tripod and points it at you. A video feed comes to life on several monitors just behind you. You see in the corner of a screen an unflattering angle of your torso hunching over the furniture box. Other rectangles contain shots of the other kids in cages around the room. You suppose the cameras are pointing at them too. You had no idea this friendship came with the perk of instant stardom. Now you may begin. She's suddenly sitting in a comfortable looking chair facing you, and holding a chalice, swishing around some vicious liquid it contains. You have all the parts spread on the floor, organized according to their labels in the instructions. You try to remember the last time you assembled something like this. You don't recall enjoying it, to be perfectly honest. This doesn't look like it will be fun at all. She frowns conspicuously. Oh, how sad for you. I'm sorry, is this activity not to your liking? You reassure her vigorously that no, it actually looks amazing. You love shit like this. It's what you were born for, you say, as you swoosh the screwdriver around, demonstrating your plainly evident skill with the tool. Forget the thing you just thought. Completely arbitrary and wrong thoughts pop into your head all the time. It means nothing, you swear. Yes, I hear that a lot. Continue. I'm in a DIY video. You open the little bag full of screws. Jesus, there are so many. 50 screws to this thing. Where could most of these screws possibly even go? Judging from the picture, the table really doesn't seem that complicated. You look at your screwdriver, then study the screws. Every single one requires an Allen wrench. Does this even come with an Allen wrench? The instructions seem to suggest it does. You look around, but you don't see one. Did you open the bag too forcefully? Did the Allen wrench go bouncing off into a dark dungeon crevice nearby? Maybe you lost some of the screws too. Damn it. You begin to sweat and look around nervously. You check underneath one of the parts. No, it's not there. You grip the screwdriver a little tighter. You wonder what to do next. I'm just gonna save. One, get the hell out of there. 2, just do your best assembling the table. This is what friends are for. Get the hell out of there. First, you clear your head and try to think of innocent thoughts. Fluffy clouds in the sky, ironing some clothes, a winning touchdown pass from the sports, Ardata's long black hair spinning over her cloak. Wait, these are not innocent thoughts. Shut it down! Shut it down! There's no time for thinking. You have to act. You hurl the screwdriver at her and run. She calmly lifts a hand towards one of the kids in the cages. The kid tenses up and lifts her hand in the direction of the screwdriver. The screwdriver freezes midair right in front of Ardata's head. You run up the stairs. She twitches a finger. The caged kid does a full body spasm and the screwdriver goes sailing towards you. It stabs deep into your leg and you buckle over, tumbling backwards down the stairs. You're a crumbled heap at the bottom of the stairs, bleeding, and now you think your arm is broken in 2 places. That didn't seem very friendly to me. Luckily for you, I'm very determined to make relationships work. Even ones with people who flee simple furniture assembly projects. She stands over you. You attempt to pull the screwdriver out of your leg, but your entire body locks up. You can't move. She holds an outstretched hand just above you. You shouldn't try to move yet. And you certainly shouldn't try to pull that out. You'll get blood everywhere. To my 3 little eyes, under the present conditions, it seems to me that the only one of us should attempt walking... Wait. To my 3 little eyes, under the present conditions, it seems to me that only one of us should attempt walking up these stairs. You feel relieved. Perhaps she has some alien means of levitating you up the stairs? Wait, no. Your body's tensing up again. It's moving without your permission. You get up to your feet without taking the screwdriver out. Wow, that hurts. What is she making you? Wait, what? She can't be. You use both your arms and all your strength and pick her up entirely. The pain from your arms is excruciating. The arms with broken bones are not meant for heavy lifting. The additional weight on your wounded leg isn't great either. You hold her as a groom would hold a bride. She wraps her arms around your neck to hang onto you in what strikes you as an overly familiar manner. She looks directly into your eyes and grins. This is better. Now, onward and upward, new friend. Your broken legs begin to operate without your consent. They wobble and struggle under the weight. The wound throbs. You lumber back up the long flight of stairs, carrying her all the way. You take her back to the kitchen and set her down in a chair seated at the table. You didn't think I'd forget about dinner time, did you? Let's put your unfriendly behavior behind us. It's a good thing for you that I'm benevolent enough to overlook disgusting acts of betrayal. You may have noticed I'll keep several friends in my hive who I have similarly forgiven. Consider the transgression blood beneath the abattoir. You exhale. Now that she mentions it, yes, you are hungry. Maybe a warm meal will lift your spirits and get this heretofore turbulent friendship back on track. Maybe you'll even get the chance to pull this screwdriver out of your leg. You pull out a chair and attempt to sit down, but your leg locks up, and then you stand again. Apparently this was not the right thing to do. Oh, but why are you sitting? There's cooking to be done. You stagger mechanically over to the fridge and open it. You pull out a large hock of some sort of alien mystery meat and put it on the counter. With your broken arm, you reach in anguish for a big dangling meat cleaver. You chop the hock, wincing with each swing of the cleaver. You place the sliced meat in a frying pan, sear it lightly, and serve it on a plate very rare, just the way your new friend likes it. You didn't know that's the way she likes it, but you summarize this is what she prefers in a piece of meat. Since technically she is the one doing the cooking. You put it on the table in front of her along with a fork and knife beside it. Your muscles reflex, as you apparently are allowed to control your own body again. She does nothing except for look at you with a pleased expression. You eye the meat in front of her, then the meat on the counter. What should you do? Prepare a plate for yourself? Is that what she wants you to do? Well, it looks like you're confused. Isn't it obvious what to do next under your own volition? A good friend would know what to do. In fact, I don't think a good friend would take nearly as long to decide what the right thing to do is. It actually seems to me that a very rude friend would hesitate for as long as you are hesitating. Or perhaps someone who is not a friend at all. You begin to sweat again. You clearly don't have much time to make up your mind. If you wait for even a few seconds longer, you will probably be guilty of being a bad friend, maybe even a dreadful one. That's not the type of person you like to think you are. What will you do? Feed her. This feels like the only obvious thing to do. She is looking up at you quite expectantly. You reach for the fork with your good arm and go for the knife with your other. Ooh! You can't do it. The arm is much less serviceable when the muscles are not being forced via psychic override to disregard the pain response. Nevertheless, she looks at you patiently and smiles. That's nice of her, you think. Not to be mad about it. You feel like you're growing closer to your new friend by the minute. You put the fork down and pick up the knife with your good arm. You cut the meat into several pieces with a careful sewing motion. You put the knife down and pick up the fork and stab a piece. You put it close to her mouth. She seems pleased. Very good, nice technique. Well-sized morsels too. She chews the meat with excellent form. She has very good table manners, you think. When she finishes the pieces, you slice off some more and continue. The meat looks very good, your mouth is watering, but she doesn't offer any. Oh well, when it's the right time for you to eat too, your sauce will let you know. The meal is finished, there is no more meat except for a few pieces of unchewable gristle, which you did not try feed her. That would be thoughtless, very bad service. She reclines and steeples her fingers, looking quite pleased with how the evening has gone so far. You aren't sure why she's laughing. Did you do something funny? Oh my! What a fool. You point at yourself, wondering if she's referring to you. You don't know what you've done that was foolish. If so, you're also still not sure what she finds so amusing. Mahahaha! Ha ha ha! Maha! Ha ha! Ha! She pauses her laughter for a minute or two, then slowly begins to frown. A faint blue tear rolls down her cheek from her bottom eye. The truth is, I don't even know why I'm laughing. This isn't very funny what's happening here. It was a good dinner, you did a good job, whoever you are. She puts her face in both of her hands and sobs quietly. You have no idea what to do about this. You stand there still holding the fork, feeling a bit useless. There is a lot of pressure, you know. Being so respected and admired for your high status in this world. I didn't ask for this, to be so superior to so many. Much is expected of you. Much is presumed about what your personality will be before you even develop one. You work hard and build a brand based only on what you think people assume you should be like. Sometimes I wonder, am I even that good at being sinister? Could I be more sinister if I tried harder? Maybe this is not my true calling after all. You begin to offer words of sympathy. This all seems heartbreaking to you. Your poor new friend, but your jaw muscles contract and your mouth shuts involuntarily. You guess it's not your turn to speak yet. Okay, that works for you. You like to be a good listener to your friends. But what would happen if I changed my brand? If I stopped being so sinister online? My friends and followers will deride and reject me. And my superiors will eat me alive. If I show weakness, if I scale back my bloodthirsty content, will I incur the scorn of a wise-ass clan with 100 million subscribers? Is she taking a stab at Pewdiepie? That's rude. Will I be in a cage someday, listening to a fucking fool honk hiss horn for likes? No, I must persist. How lovely it is to know this is all I can do, until the day I leave this planet. I have no material or sensory comforts left for me here. Until I can get on the ship and fly away, pain is my only solace. Your hand holding the fork grips it tighter. You're horrified to realize what it is in the process of doing. You bring it down hard on her hand, which is placed flat on the table. She doesn't flinch, or reject it in any way. 3 trails of cerulean blood flow from the tines where they pierce her skin. That wasn't friendly, you think, but then, you weren't the one who did it, were you? You're so confused. My subscribers are not real friends. They adore me only for my sinister content, the show I provide, my wicked, infectious laughter. I get jealous of them sometimes, because they get to watch my content. It must be thrilling, I think, but maybe I'm just jealous of them because they get to be people who aren't me. This is fucking deep, I know. Apologies if you cannot relate. She pulls the fork out of her hand and lays it gently on the plate of gristle you didn't feed her. The people downstairs in their cages aren't my friends either. They act like they're my friends though, and sometimes I even believe it. But they don't really want to be friends with me. Nobody does. The only person who has ever really wanted to be my friend, who's ever tried to be, is you. You clear your throat and point to yourself innocently. That's it, I've decided. You have passed the test. You will become my friend officially. As such, I think our reward is in order. This is how I became a friend? By trying to run away? Okay. Oh, she's talking about T-Series? No, she's siding with T-Series. Bitch. You are overjoyed. Your heart starts racing. You can't believe it. A new real friend. But you don't have much time to enjoy this achievement. Your body is doing something again. You bend down in a strained motion and pick up the plate and fork. You position the plate over your wide open mouth and scrape in all the remaining gristle and begin chewing. It's virtually inedible. Your mouth humors the act of chewing for 2 seconds and then you swallow all of it in a painful gulp. Tastes like friendship. So what happens if I don't try run away? So let me get this straight. If I do as she says, I get fucked over. What the hell? What the hell? So if I do what she says, I basically get put on the table and killed. People are weird, man. Just do your best assembling the table. This is what friends are for. You decided it would be best to not complain about the missing Allen wrench. Your friend would just consider it bad form. You'll just make do and twist in all the screws by hand as best you can. Your broken arm isn't making things any easier. You favor the other one and prod pieces into place precariously, leaning against each other, while you nudge them into position with your legs so the screw holes align. She bought IKEA furniture and can't assemble it herself. Heh. It's really frustrating work, you're not going to lie. As you twist in the first screw, the grooves slip and the screw gets stuck, but you've already turned it too tight. Now it's hard to get it out. You twist in reverse harder, but your fingers slip and the table pieces start to slide. They're going to fall. You react to catch them, but it's too late. The heavier pieces tip over and slams in the broken ribs on its way to the floor. It hits the floor with a bang. The stuck screw pops out and goes bouncing 10 or 15 feet away, settling deep underneath a piece of dungeon furniture. God, you're probably going to need to get that. You hear a light chuckle. Good. Good. She takes another sip from her chalice and settles even more comfortably into her chair. Is she enjoying this? You think she's enjoying watching you struggle to put this stupid thing together, maybe a little too much. Nevertheless, you continue. A friend is a friend, and you don't like to let your friends down. You've committed yourself to the project. You will get the screw out from under there a bit later, maybe when you need the final screw. You turn your attention back to the table pieces and try a different strategy. You place the biggest part on the table platform flat on the floor. The legs would be pointing upwards if they were attached. You position one leg in the right spot in the alignment with the holes, sit on the table platform, and steady the leg with your feet. You grab another screw and concentrate. She sounds so pleased. It's strange, you admit, for watching this sort of activity to make someone so happy. But you also have to admit to taking a certain pride in it. It's wonderful, actually, to feel useful, wanted, important even. If only somewhat menially to a great new friend who has discovered a way for your talents to improve her life. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice one of the cage kids reaching out with his hand. He's concentrating. Then you notice the screw you lost slowly slide out from underneath its hiding place. Nice! Everyone's working like a team down here. Ardata does not look at the kid, but sneers a bit. She reaches towards him and he appears to have trouble breathing. After a moment, you notice the screw slowly slides back under the thing. So she basically force choked him. Oh my god. She releases him from his breathing problems, resumes her pleasant expression, and takes another sip from the chalice. You guess that was against the rules. You decide to make note of it. Your friend runs a tight ship down here. You respect that. About an hour later, you have all four legs on, plus some other accoutrements attached. You wrestle mightily with the thing to get it upright, using your only good arm. It seems she may have forgotten about the final missing screw. You doubt the table needs it. You decide you won't bring it up if she won't. You give it a test. It's pretty wobbly since you were only able to align the screws with your bare fingers. But again, she doesn't seem to mind. She reclines and takes a look on her face which makes her appear absolutely enamored of your handiwork. She has finished her drink and the chalice is on the side table. Some awful looking thing crawls along the floor towards her. It looks like some sort of spider and the size of an average dog. Its abdomen is posteriorly large. Actually, you think it's a huge tick. That's what it actually looks like. It settles just in front of her. She puts her legs on top of it and crosses them. It settles under their weight and grumbles. Let's try it out, shall we? You shrug and sit down on the rather rickety table. You're about to lie down, but she interrupts you. No. You fool, you absolute fool. What do you think you're doing? That's not what I meant. Get up! You stand up embarrassed. So she's not planning to tie me to a table and whip me. Again, without looking at the caged kid, she raises an arm towards him and beckons. He stares blankly and opens his own cage, which apparently wasn't locked. He shuffles vacantly over to your table and lies down on its surface. She looks at you expectantly. You're unsure what to do. What? You didn't think I'd be playing table stickball on that thing, did you? You're unsure what table stickball is. Oh, you really are pretty simple, aren't you? It's like a miniature version of arena stickball, played on the table. Got it? You don't, but you nod. Now, go to it. You shackle the kid's arms and legs to the table. That seems to be the right thing to do, since the thing comes fitted with shackles. She gets up and lifts her huge tick-like pet and it makes more grumpy noises. She plops the enormous thing right down on the kid's chest. He appears rendered unable to protest. The tick bites the boy's neck and begins to feed. She smiles and pats its swelling abdomen. Dark, rust-colored blood dripples from the place where it has attached to the boy's neck. Moments go by while she looks gratified by the process. Proud almost, then she looks at you expectantly. Well? You don't know what she means. The final screw. Aren't you going to retrieve it and screw it into wherever it needs to go? The job isn't done. I don't keep the company of many individuals who leave things unfinished, you know. Of course. What were you thinking? You should have known your friend wouldn't let that go unnoticed. Actually, you feel like an idiot for not thinking it would. You stoop very low to the ground on your knees, placing your cheek just above the floor. You peer under the large edifice. It's dark in there, and goes back a ways. Lots of room for that darn little screw to roll. You take a few pitiful swipes with your good arm, but come up empty. It must be further back. You think you can see it. Yeah, that must be it, just a little further. You have an idea. A tool would be helpful. Guess the screwdriver will come in handy after all. How did she know? Your new friend must be very wise. You think you're liking her more every minute. You grab the screwdriver and feel around with it. Yes, you got it, you think. You carefully scrape it along closer to yourself and pick it up. You then go back to the table and find the remaining hole you left unscrewed. You slide under the table as a mechanic would with a car. There it is. The table is creaking and wobbling quite a bit now. The tick is really getting into its dinner, it seems. All the loose screws in the table have added up to a lot of give and leeway in the overall stability of the furnishing. Maybe the final screw will help. Ardata has returned to the setup with the monitors. She's adjusting some settings on the feed, controlling the zoom of the camera, and typing some remarks into the chat window. This is very good material today. It's not often that I can provide content of this caliber to my subscribers. Go on, complete your project. This will be very good. You still think it's weird that she likes watching you put furniture together so much, but you're not one to judge. Sounds like a great way to lose friends, honestly. You screw in the final screw, but the stresses on the table are causing the holes to misalign. This won't be easy. The huge tick shifts its grotesque body above you, causing the table to creak loudly. You nervously slide halfway out from under the table to check it out. Then a loud pop. Then the sound of scraping metal. 6 or 7 screws shoot out of the desk like rivets in a sinking submarine. What a piece of shit this thing is. You think a little too late. You really needed that Allen wrench. All 4 legs splan dramatically out from underneath it at once, like a baby deer on ice. The table platform comes crushing down on your lower torso, breaking your pelvis. You bellow in pain and flail to pull yourself out. You forget that you're still holding the screwdriver. In your desperation flailing, you plunge a screwdriver into the fat abdomen of the tick, which begins gushing rust blood with great force, spraying your entire upper body and face. The beast starts thrashing wildly and screaming. You can't see a new friend due to the blood in your eyes, but you can't imagine she's thrilled about what's going on here. Your annihilated pelvis is in perfect agony. You have to get your miserable torso out from under this shitty table. You have an idea. With your broken arm, you start slapping the big ass of the screaming tick while yelling, "Yeehaw!
You clutch the screwdriver handle with your other hand hard. The blood-gushing monster starts kicking and rearing, then blasts off across the dungeon floor like a pig at a rodeo. You hold on for dear life, still blind, but your plan works. You've been pulled out from under the tomb you spent the last hour constructing for yourself. Your pelvis is in ruins, but at least you're free now, riding like the wind. And you and the blood-spewing tick go tearing around the room, crashing into stuff. You hear boy crying. You guess Ardata became distracted enough by your foolish display to seize her paralyzation method on him. Or maybe distracted is the wrong word. Maybe she's disappointed by your foolishness. Oh god, you might be blowing it right now. The tick swerves suddenly and starts running up the stairs. Ow, 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 ow. Your brittle pelvis feels every step on the way up. It careens through the rest of the hive, crashes through the front door, and then comes up to a sudden halt. You've catapulted violently over its backside, and sail 50 yards through the air. You land on your ass and wipe the blood from your eyes. Okay, this was embarrassing, but everyone makes mistakes, right? You can still salvage this friendship, you know you can. You turn back to look at her hive. Ardata is standing in her doorway with a furious look on her face. She's flipping you off. You will not be my friend. I feel like this guy right now. I literally feel like this guy right now. No wonder she was willing to help you hide a body. Why do you want her to be her friend? I don't... This guy's so desperate for a friend on Valentine's Day, he'll settle for anything. At least no one was murdered by a hot dog. What did you guys think of that? For me, that was insane. That was insane. That was some SM, worse than SM. Like a boy was eaten alive on live stream. That was some snuff film. This is dark. Like in the good ending, she stabs herself with a fork, and in the bad one, she sicks her pet to feed on a kid in a cage. Like, that's dark. Somehow I expected it to go worse than that. Next time I'm making new friends, I'll tell them to assemble some IKEA stuff. If they refuse, there aren't friend material. Welcome to Homestuck. Oh my god. It's don't forget the mind control. Oh yeah. Yeah, the mind control on top of that. I never would I want to take a look. I know. The hot dog, I could, like, from this, the hot dog I can sort of understand. He's obsessed with hot dogs. He's got a hot dog. This one, I never saw that one coming. This one, I don't know. This guy films or takes photos. This guy, no idea.
This girl's got like a scene thing going. Maybe she likes music. I think we've already had the streamer here. This girl is kind of looking angry. I don't know why. This guy looks like he might like to ride a motorcycle or an airplane. This guy looks like he's reading something. So he likes to read something. This guy looks like he's going to summon a demon. This guy looks like he's like a butler at a restaurant or something. Hair like that. I don't know, like a dancing or a disco or something. Headphones. I don't know, it might be rockers. I have no idea what's going on here. This one looks really strong. She could be like a wrestler, a fighter, or something. This guy's drinking coffee and wears glasses. He could either be a computer person, a programmer, an accountant. This one, oh my god, I have no idea what's going on here. This one looks like a beehive sort of thing. Look at the beehive pattern. Oh no, beehive patterns are everywhere. Okay, that goes to shit. Wearing, I don't know, she's a Saiyan. This one's done and look like a demon. This guy is looking like, you know, he likes food. This guy, oh my god, he's got a sword? This guy looks like he's from Naruto. This guy looks like he doesn't like authority. This one looks like she really likes authority. I don't know, a school teacher or a principal? I don't know, this guy strikes me as someone that works as a doctor or... Yeah, a doctor probably. No idea what's going on here. A shy girl? Maybe a detective. This guy is like a mechanic, likes working with those saws and metals and things like that. Comedian or art? This guy might like outdoors. This guy definitely likes to read. This guy looks a little dopey. I have no idea what's going on here. This guy looks like the guy from Kiss. Maybe a singer. Muscles. A bodybuilder. A wrestler. Choke collar. I don't know what's going on here. Theater? Or they're like a duo? This guy looks more adult than the other ones. I don't know. Like a Big Brother thing? I have no idea who this guy is. This is weird. This is weird. True friends build each other's furniture without shaking their parents and riding them... Wait. Shanking their parents and riding them out of the house. Was that thing her parent? What the hell? The friend with the mug and glasses is a student, pulling all-nighters to study and do projects. Fair enough. That's what students do. I'm just thinking what the next follow-up is. Do we do volume 2? Just because all this reading is challenging and my energy levels are kind of struggling. Or do we do some funny reaction videos on the reaction... Well, on Twitch, actually. Would you guys be down for some reaction videos? Was that Halassus? No, but she described it as a giant tick. Halassus doesn't look like a giant tick. So maybe her Halassus is like... Not a Halassus, it's some sort of... My energy levels are going to struggle for volume 2. I might be able to pull one more character and see how we go. Reading this out loud with voices. So much work. So if we're doing volume 2, I'm definitely going to need an energy drink. Halassus can be any animal. Oh, so they're not all the same. Okay. I thought the Halassus was just that big white thing, but apparently they don't have to be the big white thing. It looks like a giant dog. Halassus can be any animal. Okay, cool. So you can have like a bear as a Halassus. Okay. All right, then let's take a quick 2-minute break. We'll give a crack with volume 2. I'm going to grab an energy drink just because I'm going to need it. When you're reading, guys, for 2 hours, you need stimulants because reading actually takes a lot out of you. So let's take a quick 2-minute break and then we'll be back with more Friendsim. 2-minute break, guys. 2-minute break.
One more minute, guys. One more minute. All right, that's our break, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. What's going on? Ninja Kuma. If you're gonna do that, wait for when he gets around to doing the extended Zodiac quiz. The what now? If it's color, it's white. It's a Lassus. Okay. Okay. Energy drink time. Fuel me up. Fuel me up. Fuel me up. Man, it's been ages. We used to drink this during Danganronpa and stuff. Oh my god. Let the energy flow. Let the energy flow, ladies and gentlemen. Let the meme flow. So we've got Russians. Yeah, the Germans. Oh my fucking god, we have a German accent now. Jesus Christ. Well, that's something. We've come up with a German voice. Volume tune of Aesthetics, Crimson, and Other Wise. You stumble through the streets of a strange alien world. Ever since you crash landed on this hostile planet, you have been desperate. Desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly for a bit of medical attention. Along the way, you've had some laughs, embarrassing missteps, and maybe even an encounter with the alien meat products. You don't really want to get into it. What you do want to get into is friendship. An entire planet of endless friend opportunities awaits you. Honestly, at this point, you'd make friends with one of those weird purple bushes. You're not that picky. Wait, you see something in the distance, or perhaps someone. Man, whatever is on his eye seems to be like infecting his head. Alright, so she seems to be... I think this is a she? This is a she? I don't know. I think this is a girl. And this is a guy. Let's go with the girl. She looks to be like... They both seem to be really friendly. But she seems to be like the more, like... one. Let's see what she's all about. Lo, what light through yonder weirdly organic architecture breaks? A small figure appears. What the hell was that? Alright, what voice does she get? Does she get a Himiko or nah? Amicia. Does Amicia get a Himiko voice or nah? This guy on the right is a big boss wannabe of this planet. Alright, she gets Himiko. Alright, let's channel some Himiko. Yeah. Wait a minute. Gotta channel that Himiko. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. I'm awake. Alright, one sec. One sec. Yeah.
Behold, Himiko rises from the depths. Yeah. Oh. My gosh. You are so... So far, you've swallowed quite a few insults in regards to your looks and intelligence level. You aren't really the type to let shallow opinions of others get you down. But it's been kind of a rough day. You brace yourself. So this is the timeline when we made friends with the Russian girl that's scary as shit. Cute! Huh? She gives you a sweet, sincere smile. Yeah, I've never seen anything like you. It's giving me all sorts of new ideas. Boy, do you hope some of these ideas are about friendship? Now that you've got a taste of it, you are hungry for more. I'm sorry, I've just got this idea to make a Tinder profile and be like, I'm not here for sex, I'm here for friendship. I shouldn't be laughing at my own jokes. You take a stumbling step forward and your ribs remind you that although the potential of camaraderie is enough to improve your mental health, it can't cure acute injuries. Yeah, oh? You don't look so good. Come inside. I've been looking for new contributors. Contributors? Could she mean friendship contributors? No, that's dumb. Maybe she runs some sort of alien newspaper and she wants you on staff. She looks like a little young for that. But what the heck do you know about alien management hierarchy? You follow her to a nearby building. And now that you're looking up from your ravenous hunt for companionship, you notice that you've wandered into kind of an upscale part of town. There's a lot less garbage and people collapse in the streets. You see one of those spiky robot things, but it's washing car windows instead of shooting a laser at a group of children. If that's not high class, you don't know what is. Before you can follow her inside, she turns around in the threshold, blocking your way. Yeah, real quick. You don't happen to be an artist, do you? Artistry? Well, as a matter of fact... Tell her, yeah, it isn't exactly your whole deal, but you've been known to dabble. Tell her no, you've never had much of a knack for it. Let's be honest. Yeah, oh good. Friendships between artists can be fraught. Much better to just keep things between artists and art appreciators. That way no one can get jealous. So that worked. It looks like honesty is the best policy. The girl's smile widens further and you feel an unbelievable rush of joy. Have you finally found someone who isn't a total fucking maniac? Oh yeah, this is definitely the timeline when he went into the girl's house. Your Slav lied to her. Hey! That's cultural misappropriation. And she brought up friendship without you having to mention it at all. It puts a spring in your step. Or as much of a spring as possible with a broken arm and misaligned torso. Yep, his pelvis is broken. Amicia leads you into an elevator with buttons labeled in spiky letters and makes sure absolutely no sense to you. You realize that probably nothing is ever going to make sense to you again. That's okay. Your hierarchy of needs just adjusted recently. Your new friend, you are jumping the gun with this descriptor, but you are feeling seriously good about this encounter, stands in the corner of the elevator, wrying her claws. Yeah, I wish I'd known I was going to have company. I would have cleaned up a little. Yeah, that's what they all... God damn it. One job, Kuma. Yeah, it's been a while since I've met someone new. Yeah, that's what they all say.
Oh, it's been a while since I've done this. I don't usually do this, but... Yeah. And then they open up the drawer and there's like 1,000 packet in there. You are sure that whatever disasters her house is in, it can't be any worse than some other places you've seen here. Although you kind of get what she means, she's wearing an artist's smock that's covered in splashes of paint. Actually, it doesn't really look like paint, but it couldn't be anything else, could it? It's every color of the rainbow. The elevator door slides open and you step into a space that you are relieved to find is totally recognizable. A table overflows with messy palettes and brushes, cloudy jars of water, and sponges. Several easels stand beside the window to catch the light of 2 moons, and a number of canvases lean against the wall. Turn so you can't see what's on them. No comment. Yeah, first things first. Amicia brings you over to a wall screen that looks way more high-tech than anything you have on your defunct spaceship. What is the story with the spaceship? We don't really get into that, do we? Tapping away at a series of unreadable symbols. Then she indicates you should take off your sling. Wait, I have a sling? Doesn't that mean I met Hot Dog Man and he didn't die? That's confusing. I get the sling from Hot Dog Man, and I get the broken pelvis from Crazy Girl. Does that mean both of the characters in Act 1 are canon? Yeah, here. Go ahead and stick it in there. She seems to want you to put your injured arm into a large hole in the wall, which you do because you are sure your new friend has the best interests at heart. The hole shrinks down like a blood pressure cuff, sending bolts of agony through you. You want to yank your arm back, but you don't. Even if it's broken, you still like having it attached to you. Instead, you shout a lot and thrash your other limbs around. Yeah, calm down, you big whinger. It's like you've never seen a medicalizer before. If you don't stop moving, it won't work. Tears spill down your cheek, but you force yourself still. You'll bear the pain. You'll do it for your friend. She's looking at you hopefully, and she's so delicate and pretty, almost angelic. You look down at her face and tell yourself it's all going to be okay. Finally, the hole releases you and you pull your arm back out to find it completely healed. You can't move your fingers, it doesn't even hurt anymore. Hey, things are looking up. Yeah, see? I told you. This is great. You're overwhelmed with the urge to celebrate. I'm just gonna save. Be chill about it. Get excited and dance a new friend around the room. A Slav would never do this. Be chill about it. You thank Amicia profusely, but you manage to keep it to a strict verbal sort. Medicalizers are great. This part of the city is great. You really need to get more rich friends. You tell her this, throwing in a compliment of her studio while you're at it. See, this friendship stuff is easy. Yeah, I'm glad you feel that way. You're obviously really strange and under-socialized. But you don't seem to be a complete cultural idiot. Plus, I think it's really endearing how helpless and trusting you are. I'm scared. You laugh, slightly unnerved. You want to take that as a compliment, but after a recent encounter with another girl in blue, well, it's all ended up okay, and Amicia is so nice and friendly, and she keeps calling you cute, which you think is pretty generous of her considering what a disgusting mess you are at this point. Yeah, speaking of low bloods, what's your blood color? Just out of curiosity, vodka? Blood color? You're not really sure what she's talking about, but red? You tell her it's red, she looks a little disappointed. Yeah, I've got plenty of burgundy. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I've got plenty of burgundy. Oh well. Good thing I have delivery coming soon. Hey, do you think you can help me set a few things up before they get here? They visitors? As in plural? As in multiple potential friends? Oh, hell yes! You are all over that, especially considering your newly healed arm. You are anxious to display all the simple motor functions you can perform. Amicia gives you another radiant smile. You live for those smiles. Man, they are just so full of glowing nectar of bromance. I just shivered. Yeah, perfect. Let's do this. Work always goes faster with two pairs of hands after all. Yes, absolutely it does, and even if by that she seems to mean her hands are pointing while she tells you where to put things, you're totally fine with that. Your ribs are still kind of killing you, but you swallow down the pain. You're getting pretty good at that. Too bad you can't stick your whole torso into the medical science fiction hole in the wall. Well, maybe you could, but not right now. Right now, you've got a friend to help. Amicia instructs you to clear all the furniture to the edges of the room and lay down a big purple tarp. Apparently tarps aren't blue on this planet. Amicia answers her phone and then buzzes open the apartment door. She runs over to the elevator with a squeal of delight. Yeah, they're here! Sorry, I'm getting so giggly about this. It's just been a while since I've had any new paints. Wait, paints? That's what's coming up? Now that you think about it, there is something pretty crucial missing from this whole artist aesthetic she's got going on here. There aren't any paints. No tubes, dripping color, or pots with their tropes left partially unscrewed. There aren't even any pencils. The elevator opens and two trolls come in. They have pretty similar shaped horns and are almost the exact same height. Brothers? Do trolls have brothers? From their uniforms and the douchey swaggering way they walk, you get the idea that they are some sort of law enforcement. That and the third troll in handcuffs they are dragging between them. Yeah, thank you guys. You always bring me the best materials. They don't say anything, they just bring the third troll to the center of the tarp and force them into a kneeling position. Then they bow to Amicia and leave the way they came. This doesn't look great. Even before Amicia runs out of the room and comes back in with an axe the size of her whole body, you are not loving this. The troll on the tarp trembles and bites back a sob, but they don't say anything or try to run. She isn't really going to do what it looks like, is she? Amicia was the protagonist of a plague tale? She was. A visual of putting blood, sweat, and tears into your work. You can't bring yourself to believe that this cute little alien girl is going to straight up axe murder a dude right in front of you, presumably to finger paint with their blood. You stagger something to this effect. Amicia laughs. Yeah, well, I don't use my fingers. I'm not a fucking animal. She considers you for a few moments, tapping a claw against her mouth. Yeah, I know. You can help me. I only ever let one other person help with my work, and she's out of town right now. But you and I have a connection. You feel it too, right? You do. God, you do. You've been feeling it so much lately for everyone you meet. You thought you had maybe come across someone who would readily accept your platonic longings without putting you through the ringer first. You do want to help me, don't you? You do. You want that more anything. Amicia looks at you solemnly. Why don't you do the honors? She holds out the axe. I wouldn't offer this to just anyone. But I can tell how special you are. You're trembling. The troll on the top is also trembling. But unlike you, they seem to have accepted their fate. Slowly, inevitably, you hold out your hand for the axe. Amicia gives it to you with a smile. God damn it! You forgot about your broken ribs. And that you're a human and can't just pick up gigantic fucking axes with one hand. You drop it and it bounces away from you. Like, way more than you think an axe should probably bounce. You look up at Amicia from where you are doubled over with pain and shame. She laughs and scampers over to retrieve the axe, once again swinging it up without any signs of strain. She doesn't even have any visible muscles. What is this girl made of? Yeah, how silly of me. You seem so culturally advanced that for a second I forgot about your natural inferiority. Here, I'll give you a second chance. You nod, yes please, a second chance that does not include committing gruesome murder. Usually, I just use chains, but I've got a better idea. Oh god. You get what she wants you to do. You hesitate and Amicia's smiles gets even sweeter. Sweet like poison. Yeah, oh? You don't want to help me? The tarp prickles underneath you as you kneel. You grasp the troll's shoulders and mumble an apology. They continue to say nothing. Amicia is sharpening her axe, which already looks pretty damn sharp. Yeah, hold on tight. You try. You really do. The problem is, you try to hold on tight, but at the same time you try to drag the troll out of the way. Some buried instinct to try preserve life is rising up inside you. You're weak and injured though, so all you end up doing is just flobbing both of you a little to the side. Instead of coming down on the neck in a clean slice, Amicia's axe glaces off the troll's collarbone, mortally wounding them instead of killing them outright. And now you know why they have not been begging for their life. They don't have a tongue, so they can't beg. But they sure can yell and thrash and bleed olive green alien blood all over you and the top. God, there's so much blood. It's just spurting everywhere. Jesus Christ, you're such an idiot. Why couldn't you just commit? Now you've covered in dying alien, and so is everything else. Amicia, the work table, and most direly the canvas leaning against the wall. Amicia takes one look at them and lets out a wail of rage. Yeah, I can't believe this. I let you into my hive, into my life. I was planning to let you into my pusher. Is that alien talk for vagina? I thought you were a real refined, sophisticate, but now I see you're just a Philistine. She gives you a shove towards the elevator. Your ribs are streaming and so is the bleeding troll. You try to babble an explanation. Yeah, forget it. I don't want to hear your excuses. Shahhat was right. If you want someone killed right, you have to kill them yourself. You ride the elevator back down, kneeling in a pool of blood and failure. Terrible at murder. A bad slove. She could learn a thing or two about a clean murder from Dexter Morgan. Let's see what happens at the beginning if we say we love art. Tell her, yeah, it isn't exactly a whole deal, but you've been known to dabble. Yeah, oh? I see how it is. Well, you aren't going to snake rodent any trade secrets out of me. Goodbye. You completely blew it. This is it. This is like my early dating experiences.
when I had no fucking idea what I was doing. Girls would like me, and I had no idea they liked me because I was an idiot. And then I would like girls, but I would suck. So, this pretty much sums up my early dating years. Ah. Is she flipping you off? Yeah. Give us tips, bruh. Watch Danganronpa. I give plenty of tips. Alright, load. Memories. Get excited and dance your new friend around the room. You try to resist the urge to celebrate. You fail to resist the urge. Yeah? You take Amicia by her tiny hands and twirl her around the studio. Or you try to. You forgot about your busted ribs. You sure are doing that a lot. You let go of Amicia and go peering into one of the tables. Thankfully, not the one covered in the art supplies. You hit the corner and go down onto your already incredibly sore ass. This is what you get for acting like a huge fucking tool in front of your new friend. Yeah, are you okay? Was that some sort of ritualistic rite of healing I've never heard of before? You shrug against the floor. Amicia leans down and picks you up in a bridal carry. Despite the fact she's about half your size, it makes your ribs hurt, but it doesn't nowadays. Amicia lays you down on a weird lumpy couch. Yeah, are you sure you're okay? You look a little... She trails off to nothing. She's looking at your left arm, which you have draped over yourself awkwardly to sort of try to hold your torso together. Yeah, that color. At first you think she means the color of your skin, which is different than her light gray. Then you think she means the truly fantastic buffet of bruises you got going on. But then you realize that in your prancing idiocy, you've managed to scrape up the inside of your arm. Blood oozes sluggishly from the wound. Amicia drenches a finger in it. You're half expecting her to put it in her mouth, and for this to become a whole cannibal situation. Well, since you aren't the same species, it wouldn't really be cannibalism, but still, no thanks. Instead, Amicia just holds up her finger, then the drop of blood trembling on the tip. Yeah, this color. I've never seen anything like it. No, that's bad! She dashes off to one of her tables, pulling over a sketchbook and dragging her finger down on it. Her blood paints a rusty line down the center. She lets out a little squeak of excitement. Yeah, this is amazing. What, red? Yeah, not red. There's a million dirty little rusties swarming all over this city. I'm drowning in red. This is crimson. It's incredible. You must be some sort of mutant. You're really lucky I found you instead of one of those drones. Lucky? You? Haha, very lucky. The luckiest. Though your arm is healed and you're out of whatever doubtlessly weird weather happens on this planet, maybe Amicia is right. Maybe you are lucky. You close your eyes and try breathe. Zen yourself out. Really center yourself in your own body and all that garbage. Oh god! Then you open your eyes and wow, you sure aren't centered anymore. In fact, you roll completely to the left as you try to get away from Amicia, who is back and standing over you with a giant axe. Yeah, watch out! Amicia grabs you, drags you back onto the couch, and plants her hand on your solar plexus, effectively pinning you down. You'll hurt yourself if you keep flopping around like a beach blubber beast. You want to be friends, don't you? You want to help me with my artistic aspirations, right? You get the feeling that she might be trying to manipulate you, just the tiniest little suspicion. It's possible Amicia has recognized your intense craving for companionship and is trying to exploit it. You think?
You don't like being suspicious of a new friend, but this is a pretty big axe. I don't know what's got you so worried. I just want to show you my axe. Ah, of course, makes sense. It is a really nice axe. And she also wants to ask me a question. Bloody, what's her name? What was her name? That girl with the axe. Clover. You hold out your hand for it, but of course, it is too heavy for you and your hands are all sweaty and you fumble it. Fumble the really sharp weapon. Amicia tries to catch it before it's too late and somehow, all the wrinkly struggle, you end up getting cut, like very cut, across both your wrists. This game is... In fact, you don't think she could have aimed even better if she was trying. Yeah, oh. Oh dear. Hard agree. Man, this blood is moving more to the center every second. Yeah, don't struggle. You'll only hurt yourself more, silly. You don't want to do that. No, you definitely don't want that. Not after what a butterfingers you've proven to be. Amicia gets up to put the axe down and you kind of lose track of her for a little while. You are bleeding all over her couch and everything around you starts to go shiny and unreal. She comes back with a couple little jars that she uses to catch your blood. That's a good idea. You sure are making a mess. You wonder if they are specifically blood jars. They look like jam jars. Alien jam. Space jam. God, you love that movie. It's been so long since you've seen it. Definitely the best PG movie about basketball. Way better than the one with the dog and the clown. Do they even have basketball here? You ask Amicia. She just shushes you and brushes your hair back off your forehead. She keeps smiling and saying comfortable things. God, she's such a good friend. She's just milking you for fucking blood. Before too long, you do what it's honestly a goddamn shock you haven't done before. You pass out. When you come to, you are propped up against the wall in a weird way that you wouldn't love even if you weren't an invalid. And both your arms are jammed in the hole in the wall. The med hole. The glory hole of well-being. The magic sphincter. You grunt and pull your arms back out. They're healed. The cuts on your wrists are just two faded pink lines. You take a step away from the wall and immediately hit the ground. You may not be actively dying anymore, but you did just lose like half the blood in your body. Gosh, you're tired. A little giggle makes you turn around, or roll over, since you are still on the floor and probably not getting up anytime soon. It's fine. You've met worse floors in your life. Amicia is sitting at one of her easels, her hair pulling back beneath a scarf and the little round glasses perched on her nose. A jar of your blood sits next to her, and as you watch, she dips a brush in. Yeah, I'm glad you're awake. I was a little worried it actually killed you back there. She laughs and you laugh along with her. It's very funny. Actually, everything is funny right now. It's probably the blood loss. You ask her what she's painting. Yeah, you of course. You inspired me. Well, right now it looks like a bunch of red squiggles and some lines. But she only just got started. She's warming up. She sits there on a stool, looking at her palette and chewing on her lip thoughtfully. She looks somewhat nervous. Yeah, actually, I want to show you something. Something I've never shown anyone else. She leaps up from her stool and crosses the studio. You roll to your other side to keep her in your line of sight. You really hope she isn't getting another Space Jam jar. She starts turning around the canvas one by one. They are all blank, except for one, which has a little, wait, no, that's just a shadow. Every single one of them is blank. You aren't sure you understand. You ask her if these are all just new canvases that she has not gotten the chance to paint on yet. Easier size. Yeah, no. I've had them forever. I'm just... Not a real painter. There, I said it. She brushes her face in her hands, talking from between her fingers. I'm really good at all the other parts, the materials in the studio. I even make all my own paints. I just can never do the actual sitting down and doing art part. She just looks so despondent. You wish you could do something, but you really don't know that much about art, and you probably can't stand up yet. You tell her that she looks like she's moving in the right direction at least. You don't even have a studio, or any brushes or stuff like that. Of course you have no aspirations to being a painter, but you leave that part out. Yeah, that's just it. I feel inspired for the first time ever. I think it has to be your messed up, disgusting mutant blood. There's really no other explanation. She takes a knee beside you, picking up one of your limb hands with hers. They're cold, like she's been pressing them to a glass window in winter. Yeah, usually I just finish off my contributors quickly. I don't have time to deal with a bunch of injured lowbloods moaning around my studio, but I couldn't just use your blood up all at once. You're far too special for that. Yugeza Namisia, a mist has descended over your vision, and it isn't even the midst of imminent death. Yeah, I have to keep this precious blood safe. I think you might be my muse. You will never escape. Now I just imagine all the blood she took that got wasted. You will never escape. If that isn't true friendship, I don't know what is. Ask her if she heard the tragedy of Dark Plagueis the Wise. If not, kill her in her sleep. Oh my god, that is so clever. I like that. Speaking of escaping, did you make it home after Thursday? Kuma, one rule for aliens is everything can and will involve murder. I'm just... This is a very weird world. It's set in the Hiveswap world where all the kids grow up and then they get blown up and or they get shipped off. It's got a few moments when shit hits you. Like, I picked this girl because I'm like, she looks all innocent and, you know, she looks like she could be a sweet person. Nope. 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 There seems to be a little bit of a pattern. The really bad girl, like this one here, you know, the high blood or the highborn or whatever she's called. She's a female. This one is a female. This one is a female. Is it that in this world, females are like high bloods and males are low bloods? Maybe that's the case, maybe it's not. But it's sort of... Yeah, it's... Man, the second I realized she was painting with people's blood, I just... Oh my god, like... Oh my god. When she said I have enough burgundy, I'm like, oh my fucking god. Homestuck explains the blood clusters in detail. It's a metaphor for how being friends with females ruins your life. Oh shit. They're not usually except for possibly fuchsia bloods. Words of advice. Pay attention to the color associated with the characters. So blue, blue, yellow. You know what? Speaking of that, I actually want to see. See, now you got me curious. Blue, red. Blue, yellow. Green, yellow, orange. Blue, green, orange. Blue, that's a bad sign. Yellow. Red. Blue. Oh god, blue. Greenish. Yellow. Blue, that's very bad. Red, he should be cool. Purple is a mix of both blue and red, so that makes me worried. And the blue here, oh my god. Even then, those are just super rare, and the only ones we've seen are girls. I honestly feel like this guy right now. I feel like this guy. Well, and here's the thing. He goes out the ship, he has these 2 adventures and survives. Then he ends up here. Then he's going to end up here, then here, then here. It's kind of like you've made friends. Why couldn't you just stick with the sausage guy? Purple or above blue? Fair enough. Why couldn't he just stick with the sausage guy and not go searching for more friends that could potentially kill him? That's the thing. The German hot dog boy was the best one. The German hot dog boy was actually alright. He was cool. He was cool. It's the rest of them I worry about. This is what we've seen. This goes some very dark places. Very dark. Alright, that was fun. We've done 3 of them. We've done Hiveswap Friendsim Act 1 and half of Act 2. My voice, as you can hear, is struggling, so I definitely need to take a step back from reading. We should definitely do some reactions now. So let's pop over to the Twitch and do a little bit of reactions because my voice has more than hit its limit a while ago. It's actually starting to hurt. So let's start doing some reactions on the Twitch. I will link you guys the Twitch. It's just twitch.tv/NinjaKuma, the Ninja Kuma. So let's go there. Also, if you look at the letters of the Friendsim, the order letters show the blood cast from the lowest to the highest. This is why, as soon as I saw the cerulean, I had a bad feeling. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, so these are green. So these are the guys that end up getting killed. And here's a blue, here's a blue. A blue, a blue, a blue. Gotcha. And here's a purple. Purple, purple. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, this is the same one. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Let's not touch Snake vs. Sam, just because that's more of an MGS thing. And that would be spoilers for a lot of people, and there's a few MGS people that aren't here. So let's not do MGS ones. Let's do more generic reactions. So let's close off the Friendsim stream here and head over to the Twitch. I'm going to give you guys a link real quick, so just stay in the chat if you want to click the link. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a real eye-opening experience, let's call it. German sausage, crazy streamer girl that feeds kids to her pets, and the little girl that paints in people's blood. Like, what the fuck? Who does this? All right. let's go do some reaction streams. If you guys are watching the replay, I hope you enjoyed. If you guys are on the live stream now, let's head over to the Twitch. I'll give you guys the link. See you there. Ninja Kuma out. Bye. Let's head over to the Twitch.